I know that right now I'm having the best years of my life, and at some point, all the people I'm having these best years with are going to be in all different parts of the world. Hey everyone, my name is Lauren O'Connell, and my videos help you to stylize your perfect skincare wardrobe. I am not talking about skincare today though. I am actually going to answer one of your most burning questions, which is why are you living in Dubai? I literally was just putting on my makeup. My hair is still wet. This is not how I envisioned this video looking and being. I was picturing B-roll and shots of all over Dubai to talk about my experience here. But the fact of the matter is that we had a pandemic, and although I've lived here for 12 years, I've only had this YouTube channel for a year and a half. I wanted to make something super special, and I just don't see it happening anytime soon. So this is what we're doing. And to answer your question, I have to start with where I come from. Now, most people out here will see me and they're like, where are you from? No one can ever tell my nationality or my ethnicity. And as soon as I open my mouth, they're like, oh, American. And I say, yeah, I'm American. And I grew up in Milford, Connecticut, had a great childhood. It's a beautiful place to live. But I will say that I always felt I was born in the wrong place. I, in my heart, always wanted to live abroad. And that was something that always has really excited me. When I was a senior in high school, I went to Italy and Greece. And I remember the first day we touched down in Milan, and I was in a bus. I remember looking out the window and I thought to myself, one day I am going to live abroad. I didn't know where, how, I didn't know any of the semantics, but I knew I was going to do it. And I did also have the opportunity. I did a semester abroad in Costa Rica. I actually speak Spanish. I have a minor in Spanish, and I still dream in Spanish, although I don't think I'm really fluent anymore. But I just grabbed every opportunity I could. So after college, my husband we were dating at the time very seriously, and he got a job opportunity or job offer in Chicago. So he said, what do you think? And I said, let's do it. So we left Massachusetts. We both went to school in Massachusetts. I have a bachelor's of science in biomechanical engineering, and we moved to Chicago. And I knew that city like the back of my hand. We lived downtown in Millennium Park, and I took as much advantage of that city as I think anyone possibly could. All the restaurants, the shopping, the neighborhoods, everything. I also went to grad school then at DePaul University, and I have a master's of science in nursing. So just as I was graduating, my husband, who had been traveling quite extensively abroad during those 3 years we lived in Chicago, had gotten a job opportunity in Dubai. And I had traveled with him to Dubai twice while he was doing all of his work. He actually did a lot of work on the tallest building in the world, which is the Burj Khalifa. And right outside my window, I have a balcony that faces it. And he said, you know, what do you think? Should we move there? And I said, yes, let's do it. I wanted an adventure. So we moved to Dubai, and I was actually 11 weeks pregnant. So not only did we have a full new country, but we were about to have a whole new family as well. So I did give birth to my daughter out here in Dubai, and 2 years later I had my son. And in the last 12 years of us living here, my life has just changed. It has been the best 12 years of my life, and I cannot say enough great things about living in Dubai. I have completely transformed living out here. I've grown into a whole new person, and I think I've really become who I was meant to be. And I have to attribute that a lot to living here. I will tell you that I have girlfriends from literally every corner, country, you name it, of the world. And sometimes we'll go out at night, and I'll be sitting at a table, and there'll be, say 10 of us. And each one is from a different country. And I think that's amazing. Also, it doesn't matter where we come from. We still have the same issues. We still complain about the same things. We still had very similar experiences growing up, but just in totally different ways. To me, that's fascinating, and it's so enriching. We've traveled all over the world because Dubai is a little, it's like almost a hub. And it's so easy to get to different places. My kids have been all over Europe. We've been to Japan, Hong Kong, Turkey, Malaysia, Thailand, oh, the list goes on and on. I've been on safaris twice in East Africa, Zimbabwe, and it's just been such an amazing experience. I love the luxury of living in Dubai. I love the whole scene. I mean, I'm a sucker for designer shoes. That's my weakness. And there's nothing I love more than just putting on a bandage dress, some designer shoes, my purse, and just going out with the girls and having an amazing evening at just Nobu or a restaurant on the Palm or Zuma. I love Japanese food. And we've had it's been a great experience. As far as my kids, we still go home every summer. This was the first summer we didn't, and it was horrible because we really missed out on seeing the family. But my kids go to school out here. I'm obviously not gonna say which one, but I will tell you that in their class one year, I remember my daughter, I think there was maybe 24 kids in her class and 18 different nationalities, and I think that is so cool. I remember one time when she was 5, she said to me, Mom, can we go on a holiday to Singapore soon? And let me tell you something, I didn't even know Singapore existed, I think, until sometime in my 20s. So I just love what they're exposed to. And to me, that's incredible because when I was growing up in my town, it was completely homogenous. Everyone was just white. There were a million Laurens. I mean, literally, I was always Lauren O. And I craved that diversity and to know what else was going on in the world. I love how Dubai has just kind of the best of everything, the Burj Khalifa, the Burj Al Arab. You can Google all these things. And if you're ever curious to know more, follow me on my Instagram, on my Insta stories. I always post my day-to-day going out and whatever I'm doing. And I always include this kind of stuff. So you can really see it almost in real time. And we just love going to all the different resorts, and it's been a great life out here. We have beautiful beaches. We have the desert dunes, which we're actually going to in just a few minutes, and I'll take you guys along with me. And, you know, the only, I think, thing that hasn't been great for us living out here is just how far away we are from our family members. And we try to compensate for that by always going home every summer, and of course it makes it a lot easier when you have iPhones and you can constantly communicate with everybody. But other than that, it's been a great time. So we will move back to the USA at some point, and it could be any time. It could be within a year, it could be within 5 years. You never really know. Dubai's not a forever place, which is sad because I know that right now I'm having the best years of my life, and at some point all the people I'm having these best years with are going to be in all different parts of the world. Then on the flip side, I think to myself, well, whenever I travel, I'm always gonna have people to meet up with. And I think that is pretty special too. So overall, I have to say, this is like just the tip of the iceberg. I don't know why I just thought of that. That's a horrible analogy for Dubai because it's hot here. But it's just a little taste of what life has been out here. And I would love to do this video traveling through the gold souks and going through the old part of Dubai and going on the Palm and showing you all of that. But at the same time, it's just kind of impossible because right now we're in the midst of a pandemic, and I'm also really busy with all of my blogging, and I do write for Cosmo Middle East, and I got a lot going on. So I hope you found this interesting, and right now I'm going to take you to the desert. Here we are in the middle of the desert, and if you look this way, number one, you can see a photo shoot in front of us of these beautiful women wearing these red dresses, and behind that, if you look closely, you can actually see the Burj Khalifa. That's where we live, right down there. There's our kids running around, and there's actually not many people here, so I was surprised to see the models. And here we go, that's my beautiful friend Vicky and the husbands doing the grilling of cars. And you can see here, actually, there's people down there in the desert, and they're doing some sort of ATV or motorcycle. I don't know what it is. If you enjoyed this vlog or this video about why I live in Dubai, by all means check out my playlist right here. I have a few different vlogs going to Atlantis, a few of the other hotels, and it's called Lauren's Life in Dubai.